Hello again and welcome to the fourth and final experiment. This time we're going to attempt some colorimetry. Now the first thing you'll need to do is to put about 5 or 6 millilitres of water into each of the 4 bijoux you've been given. The actual amount doesn't matter, but try to get the same amount in each. It's not essential, it may well be easier if you use one of the Pasteur pipettes for this that you had in a previous experiment. While I'm doing this, as you can see, I've placed my phone inside a poly pocket. The idea being just to make sure I don't spill anything on it. The plastic is still thin enough that I can operate the phone. Don't worry about the foil I've got here. I'm using it to try to reduce some extraneous light coming in from the sides, though I'm not sure how successful it actually is. Anyway, as before, as I said in the instructions, I've already installed the Science Journal app from Google on my phone, and I hope you have as well, otherwise you're just going to be spectators. Now we add the blue food colouring to the bijou. I should point out here that I'm using methylene blue as we're all out of actual food dye, and the home baking boom means my local supermarket is sold out. The principle is the same though. Now there is a misprint in your instructions. Sorry, the quantities of food dye simply refer to the number of drops of colour to add, no matter what it may say at the top of the column. So you add 2 drops to the first, 4 to the second, then 6, then 8. You need to mix these together to get a homogeneous solution, and the way to do this without messing up your solutions is to take either a clean Pasteur pipette or just rinse one out that you used to add the food colour. Then, starting with the most dilute solution, the one that had 2 drops, put the pipette in and suck up and blow out the solution a few times until it's properly mixed. Then repeat this with the other solutions in order. Starting with the most dilute means that the change of adding more colour to the lighter solutions is minimised. Now we open up the Science Journal app. I've already got it open and on the light meter. Now you can see the foil I have has got a hole in it made by a hole punch, and I've positioned the light sensor of the phone underneath. Now you see that if I cover up the sensor, the reading drops significantly. So now we put the first bijou over the light sensor. There is a little bit of fluctuation in these readings, but just try to get a figure somewhere in the middle. Then you do the same with the other 3 solutions and make a note of their values. Now, I'm not going to insist on you doing this bit, having not prepared you, but I'll just quickly run through the plotting. Open up Excel or any other spreadsheet. I've prepared a table already, and I'll just enter the values in the cells here. Now we see about putting them in a graph. For anyone not familiar with the Excel terminology, you're looking for what it calls a scatter graph rather than a line graph. So select the insert, go to Insert Chart and insert a scatter graph. I prefer just to plot the points. There we are. Not perfect, but not a bad effort really. Now we can add a line of best fit. And there we have it. That's a reference graph, and we could now, if we had the time and the solutions, take readings of solutions of unknown quantity and use the graph to determine the concentration.